Okay, hi guys, how you doing? Okay, this is gonna be my first yoga video after a long gap. Especially, I haven't made any videos since I had two babies. So now I'm restarting kind of from the scratch, and I've gained some weight as well, so this is it will be a good start to rebuild the practice from the ground again for me, having the childlike attitude again, especially when all the conditioning has been kind of dissolved from not being able to be on the mat. Anyway, welcome to my channel. Okay, today we're gonna start with a simple practice, just a simple flow with a simple breathing technique. So in my teaching, I give a term to this breathing exercise. I call breathing into the back. Normally, when we are breathing into the front of the body, and tendency is to isolate the back of the body. So when that happens, then the back of the body tends to contract and the front body start to expand, and that itself is kind of moving away from the evenness of the body. Now we can change that and come back, stepping back. We can step back to the evenness by breathing into the back. When we breathe into the back, we can expand the back and front evenly at the same time. We can start by lying down on the back, okay? And especially when we don't have a partner, then we can utilize the floor to feel the resistance on our back when we breathe. So here, this is the work. So you can lie down on your back, right, facing the sky, and you can bring your legs in a diamond shape. Now when you are on your back like this, especially when you bend the knees, your lower back and your mid back starts to go away from the floor. And now breathing into the back here means you have to bring your mid back and upper back towards the ground. So that means you're puffing up the back or breathing into the back. So on your inhale, puff up the back. So if this doesn't make sense, what I want you to do is pull the base of the sternum towards the ground on your inhale. So when you do that, your upper back and the mid back starts to expand towards the ground. So this is the easy way to understand, okay? If you can't isolate the body parts, then you just pull your base of the sternum towards the back of the body. It's exposed to the front, and exposed to the front a lot, and then on your inhale you pull this part towards the back of the body. So on your inhale, pull it back. Right? When you do that, the ribs starts to settle, the back starts to stay full, and also when you do that, you will have your all three curves present in one go from just this simple technique. Pull the base of the sternum towards the floor on your inhale. Now when you exhale, don't try to lose this, okay? You want to keep this in, and you can soften your skin for today on the exhale. Just relax your skin on the exhale. Inhale, pull this back, right? Exhale, you soften the skin, soften your face. That's all you're going to do. So basically, we're going to find this work in every single pose today, okay? That's the goal, that's the target. And especially when we are doing this one technique for 15 minutes, half an hour, that itself is called, for me, is meditation. When we focus one thing at a time, it helps us to, settle the body and settle the mind, and that itself is, anchoring in ourself in a gross level. So here, so now we're gonna again we're gonna find that in every single pose. So we're gonna start in a downward dog, okay? So
So normally the chest starts to move towards the feet. The tendency is that when we do that, the rib starts to go out and the back starts to lose its curve again. So what you're gonna do is on your inhale, you pull your sternum towards the back of the body. Yeah, on exhale, you just soften the skin without losing that work. Inhale, sternum back. When you pull the sternum back, don't pull the top of the sternum, but the bottom of the sternum back, the base of the sternum. You can walk forward to standing forward bend. And then pulling the sternum back to come up, inhale.
Coming up is inhale, and you draw the sternum back rather than pushing it out, right? So inhale, inhale, pull it back. All right, that's the work again. Okay, so we're gonna do this work for let's see how far we can go today. Okay, there we go. We're gonna draw the sternum back in every single pose. Remember the mantra
is the sternum.
So again, I haven't practiced for almost 4 years. I'm starting slowly from today onwards. If you haven't started to practice for a long time, you can catch up with me and we can grow together in the yoga practice again.
Downward dog. Draw the sternum back. Keeping the sternum back, move to plank. Okay, draw the sternum back to low plank and lie down. Rise with the sternum back to cobra.
Remember the base of the sternum back. Just by applying the sternum back, the hands and feet, they go heavy itself from this work. So one action and two target here. One is you keeping the spine in a neutral position, and at the same time it helps us to keep the foundation heavy, which is the hands and feet heavy. Walking forward to standing forward bend. We can bend the knees to Utkatasana chair pose. Again, especially when the arms go over the head, the ribs starts to go out like that. They expose out. What you do is, you pull the sternum back and the ribs start to settle in. It connects your core, your pelvis in a very supportive way.
Standing forward bend. Let's do one more time lunge. One more time. The lunges. If you're a father if you're a dad, and if you have gained a lot of weight, after having the babies, right? So catch up with me. We can, get fit again together. Safe to plank, low plank, lie down, right? Rise, cobra.
I'm not trying to go deeper, today, because I'm just starting, after a long time, and I don't want to, trap my muscle, trap my nerve by pushing too hard. Just starting soft, gentle,
but with awareness, being aware of the body. Walk forward. Bend the knees, chair pose. Remember to draw the sternum back. That's the meditative work. You want to focus on one thing today. And your sternum is that one thing, ekargata, one pointedness focus in the practice. And that is again called meditation. Step the left foot back, spin the back heel down, and then you come to warrior two. You can readjust your feet. You bring your right forearm on your right thigh and left arm over the head. And now again, when the arm go over the head, the ribs starts to go out, base of the sternum back, inhale. When you practice this, if you're listening and practicing, by doing this, you can see how much it helps you to connect the body, towards the place of strength, and at the same time, opening the body, inviting flexibility. Okay, hands down, step forward. So we're going to switch your legs. Right, come up to warrior two. Right. Left forearm, left thigh, right arm over the head, and now base of the sternum back again. For yoga to work, right? To have a healthy integrated yoga, one has to be aware of ourselves, because yoga we invite in the body, and we must be aware of ourselves in the body. That's the start of yoga practice. Draw the sternum back. Hands to the ground. We can step forward. Step your left foot back. Spin the back heel down. This time stretch your front leg. Right, the Trikonasana. You can bring your left hand to your left hip to start with. And again, draw the sternum back away from the left edge of the mat. And then you're opening the arms slowly towards the sky. Base of the sternum back. Step forward. Switch your legs. Straight your front leg. Again, remember the target. Target is your sternum. My waistlines are tight. Again, I haven't done a practice for almost 4 years. That's a long time. Now, restarting. And again, when you start after a long time, it's a struggle. And that's the way it is. Plank, sternum back, low plank, sternum back, lie down. Point the feet, hands heavy, feet heavy. Come up with the sternum back with the inhale. Downward dog. Walk forward. Bend the knees, chair pose. In a chair pose, you keep your feet apart, right? Feet apart, hip distance. Again, draw the sternum back. So I'm not, bending my knees a lot. I'm taking it slow today. The lower you go, it takes it burns your legs, and burning is a way to move towards a place of moving towards a place of lightness and strength. Touch the ground. Step the left foot back. Now here is a little confusing way. So I step my left foot back, and then I'm going to slide my right hand forward in front of the little toe, like a foot away from my little toe, and then I hop my back foot off the ground like this. And then I pull my sternum back, take my left hand to my left hip, right like this, and draw the sternum back. away from the left edge of the mat. This simple work is so helpful to stabilize the body. It helps, it helps to ground the foundation. My hand and foot is heavy already just through this little work. Okay. Bring the foot down, take the other leg back, then I take my other left hand in front, then hop on the inhale, and then readjust my foundation with the sternum back so my ribs are all towards the back of the body. Pulling my sternum away from the right edge of the mat. And then we land in Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Hands to hips, sternum back. On the inhale, you come up. Right. Facing towards you. Now, simple standing postures. You shift the body weight to the left foot, draw the sternum back, and then lift the right foot off the ground for tree pose. Draw back. Arms down, foot down, feet together. Other side. Look at that. My bottom foot moves. That shows where I am right now, isn't it? But that can be fixed through, again, realigning the practice and, being conscious in the practice and, and continuing the practice. Things start to get better in the body. Sternum back, arms down, foot down. Whew. My arches, they burn today. Again, reason for them to burn is, again, lack of practice. You can hear my breath as well, right? That's normal, especially when you have gained weight, and the gaining, the weight makes your breath, kind of pump a little more. Okay, shift the body weight to the left. We can catch the right foot, and then we're going to extend the foot forward. Again, when you do that, you want to pull the sternum back, right? That's a counterbalancing work, drawing the sternum back. Right. And then from here, we'll try to open out. Sternum back. See, the sternum back is awesome work. Bring your foot to the front, bend the knee, and release. The way you go out, try to come back in the same way. It's like you're moving out to expand the practice and reversing in the same way, rather than cutting the work in the middle. Meditate on the sternum. My right hamstring is tight. The left leg can go higher here, actually. Open out, inhale. Okay, come back. Bend the knee and release. Ooh, my feet. Whew. Arches are burning, man. Okay. Now let's try a little handstand. Again, okay, this is the simple big video. Then I mentioned like, oh, I want to take it slow. Now suddenly I'm doing handstand, right? So we don't want to do crazy, but I'm just going to teach you guys how to do a simple handstand.
yeah, if you're new, or if even if you've been doing for a while, this is a simple way to do it. You can use the wall or no wall, it's up to you. So here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to downward dog, set the hands, right, arms straight. Remember, your arms straight in the handstand. Now draw the sternum back. That will also help you to plant your hands on the ground. And keeping your sternum back, you walk forward halfway, one leg up, and then you're gonna bend the bottom leg, and then swing. When you swing, you gotta pull the sternum back. Especially when you swing, the rib starts to go out and the back starts to go in a banana shape. You want to avoid that in your handstand. So how to avoid that excess curve is simply by pulling the sternum back. That helps to keep the floating ribs towards the back of the body, and that's the way to avoid the banana back. So here, halfway forward, and then whoop. Right. And I focus on my sternum. It helps me to ground my hands. Today I'm not focusing so much on my other feet, just the sternum. I know I'm rusty, but I still can hold the handstand up. Starting again. Whew. Okay, downward dog. No need to go crazy today. Just feeling the, little flow. I'm gonna step my. Actually, we can walk forward to standing forward bend. If your hips are tight, hamstrings are tight, then stepping back is much easier than stepping forward. So I like to step back. Step the left foot back, drop the knee down, then you turn your right foot out. Then you lift the back foot off the ground, and then catch your foot from the inside to get the stretch on your quad, the front of the thigh on the back leg. Then you can just stay here if you are tight, or you can go down on the left forearm. Yeah, that's it. And again, simple work, that meditative work. The meditation is your sternum back. You can hear my breath, isn't it? I have the microphone on me, so you can hear my breath, how my breath is really kind of heavy today. Let go of the foot, come up, right, and then step forward to switch your legs, then you take your left foot back. Take your left arm back, then you go down to your forearm. Again, foot, downward dog. Today we're just going to do a little short practice, not too crazy long, not even an hour.
Yeah, this is short practice just to get into the rhythm. Alright, from here we can turn on the outer edge of the left foot, balancing on your left foot, and then you back, sternum back, and then you can go from here to here. Draw the sternum back. That's it. If you have a hard time balancing this pose, you can bring the top foot behind you, but stack the hips and the shoulders, as much as you can, right? Like that. Right. And after that, open the chest to wild thing. Same thing, sternum back. It really connects to your psoas here. Downward dog. Then you do the other side. Side plank. It's called Vasisthasana. Sternum back. And if you have a hard time balancing, the top foot can go in the front or behind you, right? And you balance. And after that, you just open your chest towards the front. Okay, right, back to downward dog. After this unbalancing work, your heart is pumping, lungs are pumping, right? And from here we can do a pigeon pose just to relax a little bit, right? And then you just go down on the forearm, and focus is still the same. Draw the sternum towards the back of the body. Downward dog. Work on the mantra. The physical mantra. In the physical practice, you have to, in line with the physical mantra. That means the principle, the biomechanic, So that is the supportive work in the body to invite, support and healing. Downward dog. Plank. A low plank. From here, point the feet to cobra. You lower down on your belly, and from here we're going to bend the knees and then catch the ankles, and then on the inhale you come up with the sternum back. My God, my shoulders are tight. Downward dog. Whew.
Welcome to Dad's Yoga. I should call it Dad's Yoga. Right? Pretty much all the dads are like a big belly. Most of the dads, so you know, all the dads can come together and practice and kind of reshape and move towards a little, you know, supportive side of lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. So from here, we're just gonna go to do the camel pose called Ustrasana. So you're gonna go down on your knees, your feet. Instead of pointing the feet, you tuck your toes. Tucking the toes is more supportive for your knees, especially if you have a knee issue. So from here, hands to hips. Then you draw the sternum back while you're arching. You can go gentle, slowly, and lean back. If the sternum gives you room to go back, then you one heel, the other heel. Oops, my shoulders are tight again here as well. Sternum back. And try not to drop your head. Keep the back of the neck open like the front. So you don't want to lose the curve of the neck. Don't want to compress your neck. Inhale, pull the sternum back when you come up. So you come up with that brightness in the torso. Hey, now we're gonna lie down on the back. We're gonna do a few more back bends. So start with the knees bent, your feet are apart, hip distance. Your arms are by your side, your palms are facing each other. Then from here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift the hips up, chest up to bridge. It's called bridge pose. On the inhale, hips up, chest up. But when you lift the chest up, the focus is still the same. You're lifting the chest up, but you're keeping the sternum back. Yeah, come down. We're going to do 3 of those, okay? That's one. We're going to do 2 more of those. 2 more of that. Inhale. It helps to tone your legs a lot here. Down. Again, I'm not holding the pose that long today. One more. So when I'm not holding the pose, it can look as a vinyasa, right? Later, flow practice. So the next pose, if you're tight on the shoulders, if you're new, if your back is painful, just pause here for a moment while I show you how to do the full wheel pose. So we're gonna do the same thing, but before we go, we're gonna place the hands beside the ears, over the shoulders, right, like this. You plant your palms down, your fingers are heavy on the ground. Now from there, I'm going to lift my hips up, chest up, and I'm going to come to my crown of the head on the inhale. So on the inhale, hips up, chest up on the head, top of the head. I'm going to readjust my hands without closing the back of the neck. Then from here, sternum back and rise. See, I can't go straight arms here today again because of the, long time no practice. Starting slowly. Sternum back. And come down. The legs, they burn. If you can do one, you can definitely do one more. Okay, dads, keep up with me. So,
Ready? Same thing, hips up, chest up, and come to the crown of the head. On your inhale. Inhale. Then from here, inhale. Rise all the way up. Whew. I can feel the burn. God. Whew. That's fire on my legs. It's like I'm back to the zero again, you know, starting from the ground. I can remember my early days. My legs used to burn before. You know, everybody, when you are doing this, is the pose, like in the beginning it burns so much, but once you start to, you know, catch up with the practice, things starts to kind of, you know, go towards more you know, more towards more kind of getting used to things. But you know, physical practice is always challenging. No matter how advanced you are, you know, if you want to progress and if you want to tap into the new, the higher state of the practice, you know, the practice is always challenging. It's a struggle, you know, always. If it's not struggle, then, you know, we kind of you know, found the comfort zone, and that's not the way to advance the practice. You know, the practice, you know, always expands to next level. Anyway, roll to the side, come up, right, and then you're gonna do downward dog. Set the hands, and then you lift the hips up. Whew. Okay, good job, dads. Then you come down on your knees, open your knees wider than your hips, feet together. You can point the feet, and then just bring the torso between your knees. Yeah, like then just head on the ground, forehead on the floor, and relax. This is called child's pose. And take a breath into child's pose, relax, soften the skin. Okay, that's my practice today. Hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, if you like the practice, you know, subscribe to my channel, and you know, practice with me. If you see any benefit from whatever I'm going to offer, you know, however you feel today from watching this video. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Okay, ciao, bye bye.